Hey Geeks! Day 2 of Star Wars Celebration 2017 is in the books, so let's recap our day. All in all, for us, today I would have to say was definitely a successful day. We accomplished everything we set out to do.
That being said, there were still a couple of snafus that we ran into.
There's just a couple of weird things that Topps runs the autographs and photo op area now for Celebration. Before it was official picks, and Topps just does a couple of things differently, and some of it I would consider to be wrong, and some of it's just weird.
Yeah.
So kind of, everybody's running around confused. The volunteers aren't really, well, they're convention volunteers.
Yeah, convention volunteers as a whole usually don't know very much.
Right. So they don't know really what's going on. Convention goers who have been going to Celebration for years and years and years, they don't know what's going on, and they're getting frustrated. And tempers did boil over a couple of times. Not with, we basically had a pretty chill day, really.
We were cool.
Yeah. We're so cool. No, but basically, our day was pretty easy.
Yeah. The biggest thing that just doesn't make any sense to us whatsoever is, if you need a picture to go along with your autograph, instead of being at the table where the guest is signing, there's a separate queue for you to pick that up. And it takes a good 45 minutes to an hour to get through that picture. So not only do you have to wait in the queue to get your photo, you then have to wait in the queue again to get your autograph.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make any sense. It's adding 45 minutes to your line time.
Typically, if you don't have an item for a celebrity to sign, they have just usually a dozen or so headshots and different pictures and stuff to choose from right there at their table, and you pick one of those.
And you don't have to pay for them in this queue.
No, they're free.
They scan your ticket and you get them so that you can get them signed. So it's not like they'd be losing money. In fact, they'd probably save money, because a lot of people, if they have to go through the line, they're just getting it for everybody because they went through the line.
Yeah.
And then even if they have stuff to sign already, now they just got free pictures.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do that if you bought it at the table.
Generally, if you walk up to the table and you're like, okay, I need something for somebody to sign, and you pick your thing. But if you have an item to sign, they don't just let you take a picture.
Yeah.
Because then they're losing pictures, and they might not have enough to last the weekend. So it's kind of the same thing here. Okay, well, I have something to sign. Let me just go through this line and get a free picture.
Yeah.
So I think Topps really could streamline things a lot by getting rid of that process and putting the photos back on the table where the celebrity is signing. They could save everybody a whole lot of time, and they could have completely reworked the layout of the photo op and autograph area, because the photo op line bleeds out into the autograph area, and it blocks people from being able to get into the lines there, and it makes people real mad.
Yeah. Now, it does seem to be kind of organized chaos. Like, there is some chaos going on there, but it does seem sort of organized, and we have heard from other people that is much more organized than it was yesterday, so they're figuring it out. But yeah, if they didn't have the photo queue to get your photos to get autographed, they could have, there's an entire line, a wall of celebrities autographing that they can move there, and then have that huge area for lines for the photo op, and not have any problem with the queue running out into the autograph queues.
As it stands, the photo op lines, they block traffic really badly throughout the autograph area, and that's a problem that needs to be addressed, especially for tomorrow. It's going to be the busiest day of the con, probably. Saturdays usually are. Today might have been because of the Last Jedi panel, so if today was busier when the numbers are finalized or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised. But in general, Saturdays are the busiest day of a convention, with Felicity Jones doing her autograph and photo op tomorrow, because she's only there Saturday. It's going to be damn busy, and man, I'm not looking forward to dealing with that crowd. Whew.
Yeah. Now, they're not doing everything wrong. One of the really cool things that Topps does is they have these little, like, silvery metallic stickers that they'll put on your item that you got signed, and it's an authenticity sticker. You scan it, and it gives the information signed by so-and-so at Star Wars Celebration Orlando 2017. Now, because Topps is a sports company, they've kind of had to figure out the nerd culture that we like our stickers on the back of the item so it doesn't show and not right next to the autograph. But if you tell them, they'll do that. They're totally cool at doing that.
Yeah.
And they have a process that's very streamlined. So it's like you can get that authenticity sticker and it doesn't take very much more time.
And in Celebration, they every year they've had an authentication booth where you take all your items that you got signed, you take it to that booth, and they authenticate it there. You leave it, and then you pick it up later. That's the way authentication used to work at Celebration. Now they do it right at the table,
it's
right
really
after you get it signed.
cool.
And it is really, really cool. And that's one thing that tops kudos, because I love this idea. Now, they will only authenticate Star Wars items, which is a huge bummer because we got Sarah Michelle Gellar to sign a Buffy the Vampire print, and they wouldn't authenticate it, which isn't a huge deal. It's not like we're going to flip it. This is for us. It's for our collection. No big deal that they didn't authenticate.
But it's something they might want to look into, seeing if they can't. It could be a legality thing. They might not be able to, which is that's out of their control. But it's something they should look into, is seeing if maybe they could authenticate other signatures on other items.
The other thing they did, and I gotta give Reed Pop some mad props for this, is they fixed the outside queue. They opened up additional entrances, so getting into the building once we got there wasn't really that much of a problem.
Now, it took us about 20 minutes of a line outside that was moving very steadily and got us inside. Much better than the almost 2 hours we spent outside in the street yesterday.
I also think if we had walked around the building and gone into the front entrance instead of the entrance by where we parked, we probably could have gotten right in.
Yeah.
But that's a long-ass walk, and I wasn't about to check and see if there was a line there. Because what if you get around there and it's even bigger than the one you just walked away from?
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to roll the dice there. Yeah. All right, so that's basically how our day went. I think we had a pretty good day. Oh, by the way, if you're at the convention and you're looking for food, the Papa John's Pizza.
Yes.
Go with that.
Yeah, just go with that. Chicken fingers, inedible, Papa John's Pizza was really good. Like, we're just sticking with that all weekend. Yeah. And it's super filling.
Yeah, we ate lunch at, I don't know, it was like 12, and we were full for pretty much the rest of the day. Yeah. We just ate dinner. So, and it's 7:19 now, so we were pretty good. Also, stay hydrated.
Yes, we did terrible.
Yeah, we were bad at that. All right, now, what was our goodies? What did we get? So, first of all, we got our Sarah Michelle Gellar autograph. That was the last thing we did today. Yes. And she was so nice.
Yes, she was really cool. She complimented my cosplay. She said I looked really cool.
And this is a thing that I do. Whenever anybody compliments Anna's cosplay, and Anna is a little shy.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
And she just goes, "Thank you." And I say, "She made it all herself." Like, I try to tell him, like, she made this whole thing. Give her some respect here. So Sarah Michelle Gellar says, "I love your costume." And I said, "She made it herself." And Sarah Michelle Gellar said it was beautiful.
Yes, yes.
So here's our Buffy picture that we got signed. And it curls up a little bit. And oh my gosh, with the lights, you can't see it. She signed right here in silver.
Oh my god, yeah, you can't.
Oh, there it is.
You messed it up. Stop.
Ah.
I just had it.
There
it is. You can see it. You see it poking out.
So we thought silver would look really nice. It doesn't pop quite as well as we thought it would. So at MegaCon, when we get the rest of the cast, I'm thinking maybe we'll have to get a different color. But
I don't know if black will work.
Black might not work against this blue. We might have to go silver or gold all the way around.
Yeah.
Which is also a little scary because this is way glossier than we thought it was. Yeah. And the silver doesn't take...
it took a little time to dry.
I'm kind of afraid to check to see if it's all the way dry. And I can still a little bit of silver dust on my finger. So this is going to have to go in a frame as quick as we can.
Yeah.
So that's a little tip. If you have a very glossy poster that you want to get signed, don't have them sign it in silver or gold.
If you can help it.
If you can help it all. If it's a dark poster, you got no choice, really.
Which is where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only did we get Sarah Michelle Gellar, but we also got her husband.
Freddie Prinze Jr., who he voices Kanan in Star Wars Rebels. So we got him to sign this 8x10, which we had to pick up at the Topps photo pickup thingy.
Yes, the one item we had to spend 45 minutes in line for was this one picture.
And we got him to sign our Star Wars Rebels poster. He was the last signature we needed for this. So this is done. It can get framed and put up on a wall or in a corner somewhere because our walls are covered in art.
We don't have any wall space.
Something might have to come down because this is a really sweet looking poster. And finally, this was the one I was looking forward the most to today. Riz Ahmed from Rogue One. He played Bodhi Rook. We got his signature on this 8x10. And on this Star Wars Rogue One poster. I had a really hard time choosing which poster to have signed for him, or for the cast. And I decided to go with this one for this reason. It has all this space for signatures.
Yes.
And the regular one,
It doesn't have a lot of space for Alan Tudyk's autograph.
Yes.
And so we spied on him while he was signing, and he signs in the spot we didn't want him to sign in, and we're like, oh, thank God we chose the other poster.
The way the poster is laid out, where I wanted his signature to go, there wasn't enough room, I felt, for his autograph to fit without overlapping another character's head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't want that. So I decided to go with this poster because there's a ton of room for autographs. So tomorrow we're getting Felicity Jones on this and on an 8x10. And then Sunday we'll get Alan Tudyk on this and on an 8x10. So we've got loads and loads of autographs still to go. I'm also getting some more Star Wars Rebels autographs. So these last 2 days at Star Wars Celebration are going to be pretty busy. Tomorrow's going to be chaos because it's Saturday of a con
and it's Felicity
Jones.
Jones. Yeah,
so,
that's all we're doing tomorrow, though. We're doing Felicity Jones, and if we happen to get that done in a timely manner, then we can do some other stuff at the con that we want to do. But we're just planning Felicity Jones.
I wouldn't mind finishing that up, getting our Felicity Jones stuff taken care of, and then coming right home and having a restful day for the rest of the day. I think that sounds amazing.
Yes. We are exhausted.
We are very, very... Our feet hurt. My boot broke today. That's a thing that happened.
Yes!
The soul... I was dressed up... Anna was Anastasia Jedi, a Jedi version of Anastasia from the cartoon Anastasia film. And I was Jedi Dimitri. And on our way walking into the convention, the sole of my boot just came off.
Yeah.
So I lasted as long as I could walking with, one soleless boot and one soled boot, and then it just got to be too much. It was putting so much.
Around lunchtime.
It's because I was walking unevenly, and it was starting to put a lot of pressure on one foot. And so I had to go out to the car and change clothes, because I did bring a change of clothes. And one thing I found out today is if you've been walking around with one shoe that doesn't have a sole and one that does, when you're walking with even shoes that both have soles, you stomp really hard unconsciously. It took me a good 300 yards to walk correctly again. So that was interesting. Alright, I think that's all we have for today's Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. This is total hearsay. We did not witness this, but if anybody has any information, I would love to know. Apparently, Mark Hamill was scheduled to sign for an hour this afternoon. From what I hear, he showed up, he was there for a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes or so, and then something happened and he left, and he's done for the day. He's not going to come back today. That's Friday. If you know what happened, what made him decide to leave, was it something that somebody said to him? Was there something going on? Was there a family emergency? What happened that made Mark Hamill have to leave after only signing for 5 or 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. That is everything we have for this convention recap video. If you were at Star Wars Celebration and you had a good time or you had a bad time or whatever happened, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this review, please tell us by dropping a like on it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video on Facebook or Twitter.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.